particularly those in the United States of America. I go by the name Capo Daniel. I consider myself a citizen of the United States of Africa. And I have a message for the black people in America. It looks like every month produce another horrific story of law enforcement officers slaughtering black men in America. And I watch over the TV, I've seen the riot, and I've seen the way the Americans are narrating the story of the black men, and I think I have to give you guys this message. America have come a long way. You have a lot of legal instruments, like it or not. Maybe nobody have ever tell you this, but I'm here to tell you this. If you're a black man and you're in America, they might have told you that America was built by blacks, but they didn't tell you that America was not built for black people. If you are going through this problem in America, my fellow black brothers and sisters, and you think you can solve it as a black problem, you cannot succeed. It is a local problem. Solve it as African Americans, not like Africans. When you say Black Lives Matters, I don't know what it means to you, but I come from the British Cameroon, where children in a place called Gabo, their head have been bashed on stones by the French government's proxy forces. I call them proxy forces because those are the soldiers we have in Africa. The Ugandan army is a proxy force for the British government. The Nigerian army, the same. We have 14 African countries whose soldiers are all proxy forces for the French government, and they are messing us up badly. Before you talk about Black Lives Matters, where were you when our children were being killed and slaughtered in Rwanda? Where were you during the crisis in Southern Sudan? It were some of the white folks were coming there, some white folks, celebrities were coming there and crying. There is a genocide going on in the Congos. Do those Black Lives Matters? Blackness is African. It's not American. Come back home, my brother. Come back home. And let me tell you something. Look at the Indians. Look at the Spanish people. Look at the Jewish people. They are all lobbying for the Jewish land, their homeland. They are all lobbying to make sure that the Jewish homeland is secure and they have dignity back in Israel. They would never respect a black man. I mean, they would never respect a black man if Africa remains a place where women are ready to carry their children into the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and they are willing to die to seek for greener pastures in Europe. That is black land. That is black man. That is the story of a black man. Fight for Africa. Fight for America. Fight for African Americans' right. Don't fight for black. If you want to fight for black, you have to fight for home. You have to fight for Africa. Make sure there is a place in Africa where you can go and live comfortably with your dignity. Then you will be respected. The white people respect the Chinese because they have a place they can go back to. Remember, America was not built for black people. Yes, it was built by black people. It was not built for black people. Every country have a natural attachment. Every people have a natural attachment where they are. I live in Hong Kong. I am a citizen of Hong Kong. But naturally, they know where my roots is. They know where I come from. They know I'm a black man. I belong to Africa. No matter what I do here, I will never be respected if Africa is a shithole country. I will never be respected. What I would challenge the African Americans, do not stop following those your leaders who are talking about black people, because they do not talk about black people. They are not talking about black people. They're talking about black Americans, African Americans, not black people. Give us a break. The day you open your eyes and realize that you are Africans, you are black, the day you realize that African life matters, that black lives in Africa matter, that day people will start doing the right thing. You will start doing the right thing. Come back and invest in Africa. Lobby for Africa. Fight for human rights in Africa. Let the black people in Africa have a dignity. Let us develop. Bring back home your capital. Stop struggling to build hotels, struggling to open banks in America, they are going to take it away from you. Yes, they will take it away from you. They will take away your life. They will take away your capital. You cannot succeed because you don't have a base. You have lost. You are the lost sons of Africa. You are fighting for black man in a white man land. It does not work that way. I cannot fight for black people in Hong Kong. I cannot fight for black people in Paris. I can't. It doesn't work that way. All the African Americans that I look at, their activists, the civil liberty, Al Sharpton, they are not fighting for black people. They are fighting for African Americans. They don't care that black life do not matter for them. If it did matter to them, they will try to intervene and bring peace in Nigeria. They will bring peace in Somalia. They will come back home and fight. The Americans, the Jewish people in America, in American military, during their holiday, they go back to Israel to serve. What about you? Black man. Does black life really matters to you? So, my advice to the African Americans is use your legal instrument. Fight for African American rights. Remember the victory of Martin Luther King. He succeeded where other people failed because he fought for African Americans. He fought for you. His dream was based on the Constitution of the United States of America. You have a lot of goodwill in America. Do not riot. Protest. Black Lives Matter. That movement is entertainment for the white racist people. When you riot, you only give chance for the white racist policemen to whoop your ass. And guess who they are going to use to whoop your ass? Your fellow black American who is a policeman. What I will advise you is study, join the police force, follow the rules. If you want to whoop a white man ass, become a cop and arrest him the way they arrest you. Play by the rules. And remember, if black life matters, it starts from Africa. Fight for Africa. God bless you, my brother. Through these difficult times, do not forget where you come from. This is Capo Daniel. Bye-bye.